And greetings, kiddos. Just got done at the gym, and we are heading home. Oh my god. Look at this pollen mill. Holy shit. Oh, you can't see it. You can see it like in the front of my car. What's that? I don't want it that way. Okay. So I definitely did set it to be in landscape, but it's like determined to be a portrait, so alright, bitch. Greetings, whoever's here. I'm thinking about when I get home, I'm gonna take a soak, and so if y'all want to see that, I am absolutely game. But I had it in fucking landscape so that I could, do the soap in landscape. Because in portrait, it's not. Oh shit! Nice. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. My phone overheated. I forgot that the way that my truck is set up, the AC can't reach my phone, and I have one of those mounts as a charger, and so it was charging, but that generates a lot of heat, and so my phone overheated. But we're good. So yeah. School time. What time is it? 3:23. Okay, so if I get home at 3:30, I can start the water. And stay in there for like an hour. I can stay in there for like almost 2 hours. Hour and 15, 30. We'll see. Dick usually gets home around 6:30. So I have plenty of time. That's the in and out of it. But I have to get shit ready because I need to make some rice. The rice takes an hour, and the food takes I want to say 45 minutes. So if I want that ready for 6 o'clock, 5:30 to 6, I need to start at 4:30 to 5. I'll start at 5. Yeah, we got it. We're good. Oh my god. There's a dumb bitch in front of me that doesn't know where they're going. I fucking hate being behind people that obviously don't know where they're going. And they can't help it. And I've definitely been one of those people. But I will pull over if I don't know where I am. Because it just saves time. You think it doesn't, unless there's a lot of traffic. But if there's a lot of traffic, then I have the ability to check my phone and get my bearings, because I'm not fucking concentrating on driving. But when there's no traffic, I'm not holding up traffic. I'm not gonna be a dumb bitch, or I'll get in the right lane and get out of the way. I have a great amount of disdain for people that are just inconsiderate. Like, especially people that will, they'll like be in the right lane and they want to turn left and they'll hold up all of traffic so that they can get in that left lane. Like, bitch, you missed your turn. You missed your motherfucking turn. So turn around, come back, start over. Like, I fucking hate. I have a lot of opinions when it comes to driving. And I think it's just because I drive so much. Like, for my job, I end up in a lot of different places driving a lot. And I really enjoy it. And it gives me a good idea of just how, like, the world works. It's really fun to feel the pace of a city or a town. It's really fun. Like, at first when I was in Louisiana, everything's real slow in Louisiana, and I would be bothered. Oh, there's another ridgeline in front of me. Taste. But I would be bothered by how slow people were. And then, like, I got into the mindset, and it's so much more relaxing to not give a shit. And, like, the people that I'm going to see, they don't give a shit because everything there is just slow. So I'll get there when I get there. Like, of course, I'm going to be professional. I'm not going to, like, be late on purpose. And I'm not going to be lackadaisical about it. But people mostly don't care in Louisiana. They're super chill. And a lot of the people there are, like, that I would see were retired. And so they were home all day anyway. And so it didn't really matter what time. That in Florida. Louisiana and Florida, a lot of retirees. Where else? In Michigan, people are just pretty chill in Michigan. Tennessee, people are also pretty chill. It's a bit quicker, but it's not as fast as, like, the bigger cities. Like, Orlando is really chill. I mean, people don't know how to fucking drive because there's a lot of tourists there, and that's really annoying. But just generally driving in Florida is pretty chill when it's not in, like, the tourist sections. Like, driving to Clearwater, I love driving to Clearwater. Even though it was like a 3-hour round trip. Was it 3 hours? No, it was 3 hours out there. Yeah, it was 3 hours to get there. 6-hour round trip. I still really enjoyed it. And I would do it every day. Alright, I am almost home. Almost time to get in the motherfucking tub. I need to get in the tub because my armpit fucking hurts. And I don't know why all of a sudden it's so bad. It's not like so bad, it's just that it's flaring. I'm not changing the orientation. We had been in landscape, like, YouTube is complaining because I had it in landscape for like the last, like, 10 minutes. What's the problem? Yeah, y'all, let me know, like, what does it look like on your side? Is it in landscape or is it in portrait? Like, is it vertical or is it horizontal? Because I'll check when I get in the house. I'm, like, here. I want it to be in landscape, and I said it in landscape when I made the live. But my phone's a dumb bitch, so, you know, welcome to the show. But I am home. Oh, I have to put my cover on the car. All right, y'all gonna do that with me. No. I have no clue where I'm gonna put this. Here. Yeah, for the time being. This is where y'all gonna be. Adrian, hello. You think I'm mysteriously gorgeous? Yeah, that's the first time anyone's ever said that to me. Like, wow, thank you. Give me like 3 minutes to get this cover on my fucking car. I am here. Do not worry. All right. This is actually not super difficult to do with like one hand. This is like the 3rd time I put it on. Definitely my best time. But yeah, here she is. And I haven't named my car yet. Not sure what I'm gonna call it. It is a Blue Ridgeline. Yeah, she's all tucked in. Let's go. So now I'm gonna go in the house and make a marinade or a rub, something. I'm making pork something. I'm not sure what it calls for, but we're gonna learn that together. Let's see. Sounds good. God, it is fucking hot, y'all. What do you mean? The heat was on. Okay, I can't turn on my lights because my app, but we don't really need all the lights. Okay. Trying to figure out what selfie stick I want to use. This one's pretty good. Let's see. Let's go. I have to lock this one. Bitch, what are you? Okay, there we go. Oh, this one's better. Yeah, we're gonna be using this one from now on. Holy shit. I love water so much. Okay. Got the tablet. And we are off to the races. There we go. Okay. So let me look up this recipe right quick. Ooh, I almost gotta close the app. Come on. Okay. Okay. Pork chop. Recipe. So this is the one I saw. Oven baked pork chops with potatoes. Do you have potatoes? We have potatoes. Listen. Yeah. I'm about to use one of these. Because they're growing eyes. Holy shit. Yeah, no, these need to be eaten. I'm just going to take one. And what's the rub? We need soy sauce, olive oil, ketchup, garlic, Worcestershire, and vinegar. Did I say brown sugar? Brown sugar too. This is gonna be sweet. I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of savory things. Not so much sweet when it comes to like meat dishes, but Dig is. Dig fucking loves really sweet anything. It's probably a problem. Please. There we go. I am making baked pork chop with potato. Let me look at the oven baked pork chop with potato. I mean, I'm baking it, so it's probably being baked in a fucking oven. But I need to marinate it before I cook. And I'm not cooking right now. I'm gonna start marinating right now and then get in the tub. But I should start my water. Give me 1 sec. You know what? Never mind. You're coming with me. I have to clean out the tub because Dig took a bath, and he's a dirty motherfucker. And I have an autoimmune disorder that I need the tub to be clean when I'm soaking because I am prone to infection. And I mean, that's the point of taking the bath in the first place, is to prevent a flare up, but it could cause a flare up if I'm exposed to somebody else's nasty ass germs. Okay. And I have like this pretty caustic concoction that I make. It's pretty much it's Windex on steroids. And so I just put more ammonia and more alcohol in it so that it cuts through grime a little bit better. Because Windex is actually really, really good for cleaning tubs. Because it eats through organic material very well. But it definitely is a lot more, it's more powerful than Windex. And when you smell Windex, it's pretty strong. And mine is even more strong than that. Yeah, I'm hoping that these pork chops taste good. This is the first time I've made it. Oh, did I say I wanted to make potatoes? We have potatoes. Okay, yeah. I was thinking about making rice. Earlier in the live, I talked about making rice, but since we have potatoes, I'll just make potatoes. But I kind of do want to make rice. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Alright. The water is going. So now I'm going to start the marinade. Fuck go buy pork chops. Okay. Here they are. Okay. So we need Worcestershire. And we need ketchup. That's not here. Soy sauce. And we need olive oil, which is like right here. And brown sugar, which is over there. Brown sugar, garlic, and apple cider vinegar. Okay. Any dessert? I was thinking about making muffins yesterday. I got blueberry muffins, but I'm not a big dessert person. Like, I make desserts, but I actually am not like super into eating sweets. Though I enjoy making them. But Dig needs to lose some weight, and so if the temptation is there, he will eat it. Unfortunately, he cannot control himself around sweets. So maybe I can make half a box. How many cloves? 1 clove. Okay. So when it calls for 1 clove, we use 2. Also, I got this little trash can. I fucking love this thing. It's so fucking useful for when I'm like cooking and I don't want to like stop to move the trash or put it somewhere or whatever. It's right here. Super duper easy. They want it minced? Yeah, they want it minced. Okay. So it's calling for 2 table ketchup. It's got ketchup. You know what? I really don't like using like measuring stuff because I have to clean it, and I'm pretty good at like just eyeballing how much I need. Like if I was baking something, I would get the exact amounts, but because I'm literally just doing a marinade, I kind of don't give a fuck how much of everything. So just a few tablespoons of everything. Okay. You could probably use half. No, let's use a cup. This. Look. Also, I'm not a fan of ketchup. I know, like, it's like America's condiment. Not a fucking fan of ketchup. I don't refuse to eat it in stuff, but if I taste it, I'm not gonna like whatever you make. Because I really dislike ketchup. Sugar. I'm actually gonna use it for this. that's a lot easier to get the sugar out. Tablespoons. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. Now this is dirty. One. And 1. Oh, olive oil. And 1. Come on. But yeah, I'm probably not going to make dessert just because having the temptation here is not a good idea. I forgot the garlic. It's literally like right here. Oopsie poopsie. Oh yeah, I definitely meal prep. That's what literally what I'm doing right now. Something that I found, like, as I started making meals more often, like making meals for somebody else, looking at a recipe and being like, okay, yeah, I can make that. You need to actually read the whole motherfucking recipe, because a lot of things, especially because I have a carnivore that I am feeding, a lot of things you should be marinating the meat at least 30 minutes, but I like to marinate things overnight. And so while I wasn't marinating this, I did have salt and pepper on it because I knew I was going to be cooking it. And so it's had salt and pepper on it overnight. And I really like using reusable bags. They're just really nice. And so we'll let this set for a little bit. Come on. Yeah, I'll put this in the refrigerator and let it set. And I'm gonna get in the tub. You know, I should have probably tasted this before putting it on something. Probably fine. Oh, it's so sweet. Not a fan. Oh, I can taste the ketchup. Oh. That's one thing, like, cooking stuff that I don't like. I have to taste it and be like, oh, this is good, even though I don't like it. And so, when people say, like, well, I couldn't possibly know if this is good or not because I don't like that kind of food. Liar. You know what tastes bad. And even though it's something that you don't like, you know the difference between something that is pleasantly savory and not. Okay, what did I say to do with potatoes? They call this, okay, when I just put the fucking meat in, they call it a rub. That's why I was calling, like, that's why I was saying rub or marinade, and I was kind of confused about it. They call it a rub. It's not a fucking rub. It's wet. Pork on both sides. Preserve. Rub. That's wild. Why would you call it rub? So for the potatoes, just salt and pepper. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these. Let me check my water. Oh, it's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the potato up a little bit. Should we peel it? Let's peel it. Again, using my super nifty trash can. Come on. All right, good enough. And then I'm gonna maybe blanch this. Let me just put in some cold water. That's one thing that I super miss. I can't eat potatoes. And I fucking love potatoes. Oh, you can't see them. Like, I love fries. I haven't had fries in forever. Yeah, look at my quick blanch these. Then they'll be soft. Something I like to do is when I'm trying to boil water, I'll turn on my tea kettle to get the water hot, and then put like a little bit of water in the pan that I'm using. So we're like, you know, doing double the amount of water that we need, or not that we need, but like double the amount of water at the same time. What? That is not enough water. Alright, so I think my water is fine now. Nice. So yeah, we're gonna boil these for like 3 minutes. 3 crazy ass minutes. Trying to think of what I was gonna wear in the tub. Cause I could wear a swimsuit, or I could just wear what I'm wearing. I don't think there's a single food that I refuse to eat. One food that I really dislike are bananas. I can't, and I'll try one every year, to see whether my taste has changed. And so that would be, I guess, the food that I refuse to eat, but I don't refuse to eat it because I try it every year just to make sure maybe I like it. Because I'm definitely one of those people that's like very much into novel experiences and just accumulating as many experiences as possible. And so I don't see me disliking something as like me having, I don't know, better standards than other people. That's just one more thing that I can experience and enjoy that everybody else can. And so I really like trying things that I have historically disliked just to make sure that I still dislike them. Because, you know, shit changes. I used to dislike broccoli as a kid. I once, like, ate this piece of broccoli and it had, like, something hanging off the side. And that totally fucked up my mind. And I could not eat broccoli after that. It reminded me of, like, this couch that we had when I was a kid. And, I don't know, it had, like, stringy things on it. And that really bothered me. But then I tried broccoli again later and ended up loving it. And so I don't like to think of my likes and dislikes as concrete. Because that should be changing. But I don't like ketchup. I fucking hate ketchup. That's not necessarily a food. And I won't refuse to eat it. Like, if it makes something taste good, I will try it. But I don't like ketchup. And I don't like Worcestershire sauce. Or Worcestershire. Worcestershire. I don't like it. And that is in ketchup. And I think that's the part of ketchup that I don't like. Also the sugar. It's just a lot of sugar. Okay. Oh, we don't need that. So I'll start my bath at 4 and go to 5. That's perfect. Go to 5 and then get out and yeah, start dinner. For real. I mean, instead of putting this in cold water, I'm just going to drain the water off. So we're gonna not blanch them for a long time. Or for like the full amount of time that you would blanch something. Because I really don't feel like rinsing these off. You know what? I'll rinse them off. I'm saying that like, it's so fucking hard to put like a little cube of ice in here. I just really don't feel like doing it. Okay. Yeah, and they didn't soften all that much. So that's fine. Yeah, we'll leave them hot. What is a food that y'all refuse to eat? Like, not just like your least favorite food, but like, well, I guess there's foods that like you literally can't eat. And sometimes, like for Dig, he doesn't like cheese, and he's also lactose intolerant, so that worked out. Oh my god, come on. There we go. Let me take this off before I get in the water. That was a mistake. I'm going to, let's see, I'm gonna put on a, not wear this shirt, because this shirt is, the shirt, I'm gonna put on like a bikini top, something, we'll see. Alright. This is literally the first thing I found when I walked into my room. Oh, goddamn. Give me a sec. While I finagle this shit. We're gonna put it on this way. I like wearing bikinis wrong, or not wrong, but like upside down, sideways, not the right way, not the traditional way. Let's do this. Yeah, boy. Okay. I need to wash my hair, but I need to cut it first. Oh, God damn. We'll be together. Oh my God, come on. It's got this thing in the middle, and it's not wanting to cooperate and be in the middle. This is taking longer than it should. Work in progress. Okay. We good? No, we're not. No, it's not in the fucking middle. Well, it doesn't matter. Can you see, Titty? No, you can't. Okay, we're good. We're together. All right. Here we go. Oh, I got this fucking... Listen. It's strawberry cheesecake, scented oil. It smells so good. And you don't need that much. It smells super good. And it makes you smell really good. It is a delightful. Okay. Well, now it's inconvenient because I'm in portrait instead of landscape. Now it's a problem. You have to taste the cauliflower. It kind of, like, to me, it doesn't even taste like anything, but it definitely has the texture of a good crayon. It really, it does. It's waxy. It's like somebody took broccoli and just fucked it up. But it also, like, because it has, like, really no taste, ooh, it's really versatile. Like, growing up, I didn't like cauliflower because it tasted like nothing, but I grew to enjoy it because you can make it taste like whatever the fuck you want it to taste like. It takes on flavor really, really well. And the cauliflower rice is pretty good. Okay, we're good. Mick chillin'. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess this is all right. Kind of need this to be closer because I can't see. Because the nigga is blind. Okay. Wow. Yeah, no, this is good. This swimsuit's nice. Might be a bad idea to have the oil on it, though. Now I'm thinking about it, because it's like fuzzy. It's closer to being like a fabric. Or not like, you know, like swimsuits will feel like nylon feeling. They'll be like slick. And this feels, it's fuzzy. So we'll see. And this is Diggs. We were at the store and he's like, do you like this? And I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, watermelon smells really good. Like, I have a lot of watermelon scented stuff. And so he got it because I liked it. Because he can't smell. Which is wild. I can't imagine not being able to smell. But he had, I mean, what we're thinking it is, he had meningitis when he was 4. And his brain swelled. And so we're thinking that's what caused it. Because he hasn't been able to smell as long as he can remember. This doesn't feel like it's staying on. Huh. Okay. So we're chilling now. We're chilling. I should have set an alarm. Let's see, what time is it? 4:07. Okay. So I'll just check in. Other than making an alarm. But yeah, how have y'all been? What have y'all been doing? What have y'all been up to? What's the good fucking word? What's the word in the street? What's hot in the streets? Like you said, Tom, like I would ask my dog that all the time. Like she would answer. Bro, it's been a long time since I've had a dog. Since I've had a pet. But expressly a dog. I love dogs. It's been a really long time since I've had a cat too. I really, really want a pet. But this house is not set up. It's not a good place to have a pet. Because my father-in-law, he be wilding. Like you saw how I had to, when I went to get the sugar, it's not in the kitchen area. We have sugar in the kitchen area. We have white sugar and we have brown sugar. That's in the kitchen. But he has this weird need to move things from container to container. He has to. And it bothers the shit out of me. It really, like, I don't understand, like, his internal system of logic. It bothers me a lot. And so he feels the unrelenting need to put things in containers. And so what he has done, we have these like really big, it's like a plastic container that has a screw-on lid. It's big. It's like, yeah, clear plastic container with a screw-on lid. Imagine that. And he put the whole ass bag of brown sugar in there. But the hole is too small to pull the bag out. And so the way he put it in, he like smashed it cylindrical so that it would go through the hole, and then, you know, it kind of just sat on the bottom and spread out. And so if you topple over if you flip over the container, the sugar's not going to come out. But yeah, the sugar is in the bag, and the bag is in the fucking container. Don't understand why you would do that. But the way that he did it, like, it's like the least effective, like, most inefficient shit I've ever seen in my life. Because I suspect he's done it so that the sugar doesn't get hard, because if you leave brown sugar out in the air, it will harden, it will lose all its moisture and get hard. But the way that he's put it in there, he didn't seal the bag, and it's not like the plastic container is airtight, and so the sugar dried out inside of the bag, inside of the container. And you can't use it. You can't fucking use it. And it drives me insane. Like, those are the type of things that he does. Like, that's not the only thing he does that's like fucking backwards. He does a lot of backward shit. And that's just one of the things that he does. And I have my own sugar that I put in like a separate little pantry area that he doesn't know about, because I know if he found it, he would take it and put it in the fucking container. And so I have to like squirrel away the things that are really important to me that I need not to be interfered with. I have to hide them in different places so that he won't
commandeer them. And I mean, sometimes he just kind of steals stuff. Like I I don't know any other way to say it. Like I've bought these like really nice containers because like we had rats. Remember we had rats, and so I had bought these containers so that we could prevent the rats from being able to get the food that we have like sitting on the kitchen table because we use that as kind of like a pantry for um, just like snack stuff like chips, crackers, um, all the condiments are there. I'll show you the table to give you an idea, but it's just like with the things that you would keep in a pantry because we don't have a pantry. Um, that was buying those containers was like my like half-assed way of getting a pantry because there's not room enough for like a full ass like floor to ceiling pantry. And so I bought like these collapsible bins that have doors on them, and they also like open at the top. They're really nice, so that the rats can't get the shit, and they're not airtight, but they are hard plastic, and so they can't get through it. And so I got four of those. I got four of those, and I was planning on using two in the kitchen section, in the kitchen area, and then two in my room for my clothes. And so I had taken the two and put all the the foodstuffs in there and put it on the table. And then I had taken one and put it in my room, and I wasn't sure where I was going to put the other one, so I left it where it was in the kitchen section, in the kitchen area, um, or like next to the dining table, because I wasn't sure where I was going to put it, and it wasn't assembled yet. And so I come back the next day and it's gone, and I'm like, where is it? Like, did I order four and only get three? That was like my first thought was like, holy shit, I must have, because I left it just like in the box. I must have not counted all of them when I got them. Holy shit, I fucked up. So I now need to return them. And so that was my first thought. And then I asked Dig, like, do you know where there was supposed to be four? Did you see a fourth one? And he's like, oh yeah, no, my dad has it downstairs. Like he just took it. He didn't ask anybody. Like it's not yours. You didn't buy it. The box doesn't have your name on it. And so like he just decides. I call him the decider. He just decides things belong to him, and he decides that things need to be thrown in the trash without asking anybody. He could just ask. He could just say like, "Hey, this isn't mine, but I don't. I think it's been here for a long time. Could I throw it away?" And a lot of things that I buy are pickled, and so they don't need to. They don't really have an expiration date. Like I like pickles a lot. You could keep pickles for fucking ever. You don't even need to refrigerate them. You should, but like he will want to throw my shit away, and it's like in a glass jar. It's like obviously pickled shit, and ooh, it just bothers me. He bothers me. I cannot wait until we can move because the shit going on with Elon and Trump, it's causing issues for my job and Dick's job, and we don't want to initiate like a moving process if both of our jobs are kind of hanging in the balance. And I think that's a good idea. It's not. I would say it's unwise in this administration to start moving if you work for anybody that contracts with the government, anybody that's associated with the government. Um, I just think it's just not a good idea, honestly. And we definitely wanted to do that because life here is very uncomfortable. And like, especially to me, because I've just never had my own place, which is a wild thought. I've never lived in my own house, like my own space that I call mine, that I pay for with my fucking money. I've never had one of those. Like I don't feel like I have no control here, and so that it sucks. It sucks, and it's something that you're not entirely aware of until you start to accumulate more things than you have room for, and then you're like, oh shit, no, I'm trying to contain all the things that a grown ass adult would have, in their home, and I'm trying to contain that all in one bedroom. And like one small bed, it's like a 12 by 12 bedroom, 140 square feet. So like imagine a garage, imagine a fourth of a garage, maybe half. It's not a big space. Like Dig's room is bigger than mine, um, and he's starting to feel the need that like he needs space, and I think that's what's pushed him to want to move. It wasn't me complaining about it. It was when it became uncomfortable for him. But let's not get into that because that's fucking negative. Um, you don't realize from being a kid to becoming an adolescent to being an adult, when you don't have your own space, how disastrously, horribly, I don't know, like almost existentially, it affects your well being. Because it's part of Maslow's hierarchy. It's like at the bottom of the fucking hierarchy to have like your physical needs for shelter and like your physiological needs, food, shelter, like sex, that kind of shit. Like it's at the very fucking bottom, and that's something that's not being met for me because I don't feel secure in the space that I inhabit, and it will erode your well-being entirely. And like you don't realize like you're clenching your jaw all the fucking time. You don't realize you almost have a constant headache. You don't realize that like your fucking eyes hurt until you leave the space and have your own, just, I won't even say your own space because it's not your own space, but your own time to just recoup without being around other people, because I'm a huge introvert, and so I need my alone time. I need my space. And when I have alone time here, it's like only half measure. It's like kind of alone time. I'm not really recharging the way that I need to. And so when I go on my money vacations, I'm able to recharge in the way that I need to. When I like go just stay at an Airbnb, I'm able to have control over the space I am inhabiting and recharge and feel maybe kind of okay. And I've had years, almost a decade, more than a decade, where I've not had control over my space. I've had little peaks of it. I've had little like visions of like a world in which Finn could be comfortable. I've had several instances. And I think that almost makes it worse. That I know that there's something different out there that could be better for me. I know that it exists. Because like if I didn't know that a world in which I could have control and feel, fulfilled existed, then I would think this is it. That this is the peak. This is where I'm meant to be. But I know it's not. And it is corrosive to my well-being. Quite. Yeah, it's like acid. But doing these soaks is helpful. It's almost like, you know how doctors kind of treat disease where they will give you a pill for the symptoms rather than a treatment plan for the disease itself? It's like that. It's like taking a pill so I momentarily don't feel as much pain as I usually do, rather than treating the actual root of the issues that I'm having. Like the feeling of not having control, the feeling of just existential dread all the motherfucking time, the feeling of suffocation, no breathing. I feel like anytime I say suffocation, which is not super often, like suffocate, no. Suffocating, no. Suffocation, no breathing. And I'm not even like a huge Papa Roach fan, but I grew up in that time. Definitely did. Wow, I remember when I went to the Ghost 9 concert, there was a lady there with her kid. I don't know. I didn't ask about like pronouns, so I don't know. I just knew it was her kid. Um, but the kid was calling the mom. So you can assume that the mom was a she/her, but I don't know about the kid. And so I went to the motherfucking Ghost Nine concert. By the way, it was really fucking fun. Really, really nice. When I got there was like nobody there. And I was freaking out because I was like, this is gonna suck. Like, not like the experience itself is gonna suck, but it's gonna be sad to see nobody in the fucking audience with me. That's gonna be a fucking bummer, and I'm gonna have to scream a lot. But it didn't end up being that way. It was a lot of people that came in, and the space is really small, and so it was kind of perfect. Everybody was able to, get in on the fan service and all that stuff because we were super close to the stage. They would pick up people's phones, play with them and like take videos with them and stuff. That's how close we were. And I was like the third row back, and so I could have, because I'm tall, my arms are long, I could have reached out to give them my phone, but I'll let the kids do that. I'm old. But there's quite a few older individuals there, which is always not necessarily surprising, but it is a little bit surprising to see, like, at a K-pop concert, like, just older people. And it's kind of funny because I'm a person that's gone through first puberty, second puberty, and, like, I feel like I'm going through a third one now. And so to see other people like my age and older that haven't gone through that second or third puberty, where, like, first puberty, of course, is like when you're a kid and you become an adolescent. But when you're trans, you definitely have more than one puberty that you go through, especially if you are a person that has a hard time pinpointing what exactly it is that you experience. That would be me. I've had a hard time figuring that shit out because there's so much information out there, and I've spent so much time kind of entirely divorced from my identity that I didn't know for a very long time who the fuck I was. And then I got a glimpse of it and I was like, oh, that's who I am. No, that was like, walking to somebody's house and entering the living room and thinking it's the whole motherfucking house. There's still a whole ass house here that I could be exploring. And so that's like the expansion pack of the trans experience. And like also just the human experience. I would suspect it's probably a very human experience to kind of not necessarily reinvent yourself, but rediscover yourself, because you're constantly changing. And so if you're not checking in and looking to see what has changed, you will lose track. And so I'm a person that is constantly spending time. I mean, you can tell the way that I talk. I'm constantly thinking. I'm constantly spending time with myself and taking thoughts and reconfiguring them to understand them from a different perspective. I do that a lot. Sometimes to my detriment, but I just can't see that, like, any way in any world where understanding something better, seeking more understanding, is ever a bad thing. Like, I get that, like, you can become consumed by something, you could become obsessed and be stuck on this one thing, but I'm not a person that does that. In a perfect world, what are your life goals? Ooh, that's a really fucking good question. Man. This is something that I haven't talked about super often on this channel, but when I was a little kid, I used to be extremely painfully shy. And I think it was just, I was autistic. I was just an autistic ass child. And I was really good at masking. I was really good at like looking at what other people are doing and like copying them, but not copying them so much in the way like where I'm doing exactly what they're doing, but I'm doing it the way that I would do it. And so I was really good at taking in information like and integrating it into my own ness and then spitting it out and trying to seem fucking normal. But I wasn't normal. And I could not talk to people. That was like one thing I could not emulate. I could not figure out how to do that because people are fucking terrifying. And so I knew that like from a very young age that I was so shy that it was causing me problems. And from when I was like 6 years old, I used to play basketball. I would play basketball every year until from 6 to 14. So yeah, I played basketball for 8 years. And one year I decided instead of basketball, I'm going to do drama. I want to do drama. I want to perform because I feel like that's the way that I'm going to be able to come out of my shell and not be so shy. And I'm going somewhere with this. I promise. I fucking promise because I know like you asked me my goals and I'm talking about myself when I was like 6 years old. There's a rhyme and reason to the fucking madness. So when I went from middle school to high school, I auditioned to be in like to go to a performing arts school because I really got into drama. Like when I say I like drama, I was fucking into it. Like it was quick. Like I quickly just became obsessed with it because hyperfixation. And so I auditioned to go to a performing arts school and I got in, and I was fucking excited because I was like, this is the way that I'm going to figure it out. This is going to be how I become the me that the world can consume and the me that I deserve to be. Because I was so shy, y'all. I was, oh my fucking God. I felt like ashamed to even like just to talk to people, like to talk to my parents. I there was like a lot of shame in just expressing myself. And so I figured this would be the way to do it. And I think it was. And so I was really excited about going to the drama school. And we went to a performance. I can't remember what it was. Might have been Rent. I don't think it was Rent though. But we went to like the performing arts school and saw a performance from the performing arts kids. But the way that the school works, it's in a it's in a city that's like kind of divided, like many cities are, where like the rich and poor are like both going to the same school. And it was 45 minutes from where I lived. And so I would have to take the bus from somewhere. I don't even know where it was because we didn't get that far into it. I would have to take the bus from like this central meeting spot and go to the performing arts school every day. And my mom didn't like that. And what she didn't like about it wasn't that she would need to drive me to the central meeting place or anything. She was really supportive as far as that went, but she thought that me going to a school within a school was a problem where there's the rich kids and the poor kids all in one place. That was a problem for her. Or like the magnet school and the regular school was all central in one area. She didn't like that. And so she said I couldn't go. And I was like, well, the school was always like that. Why the fuck would you even let me audition? Why would you give me like the hope that I could make a change for myself, to make a decision for myself? Why would you do that? And it's something that I didn't think about until recently. Like, that was something that changed the entire fucking trajectory of my life in a very real and very negative way. She didn't ruin my life, but she changed it for the worse in doing that. Not only did she kind of cut me from under my fucking knees in making my own decision about the school that I wanted to go to, because I also made it into science magnet school, and I did want to go there, but then I kind of didn't like the staff. Like, I personally didn't like the people that I was meeting when I was there, and so I didn't want to go there. But this is before the performing arts school, and so I made it into the nerd magnet school, and I had made it into the drama magnet school. And my mom wouldn't let me go to the drama magnet school. So I ended up just going to the school like down the street that I would normally go to. And I was in drama there, but it wasn't, this robust drama program that the performing arts school had. And in the middle of my sophomore year, my drama teacher that I was like very much attached to, he was a really good drama teacher, and the way that he worked was a little different, or like I guess the same as how like old time drama shit worked, where like older people, like the more experienced people, would get the better roles, and then as you got older, you would get better and better roles. This teacher was fired in the middle, and that was extremely disruptive for me. And the new teacher was really shitty, and the drama program kind of just fizzled away. It was heartbreaking, and it was in the middle of me having a really hard fucking time. Do I consider myself? Oh yeah, like I'm an introvert, like hard introvert. You said yeah. So I definitely consider myself an introvert. More like I would say there's probably some extroverted qualities that I have that are considered, I guess, conventionally extroverted. So I can talk to people really easily. I talk to strangers all the fucking time. I compliment strangers. That's something that drama has helped me to do, is like to express myself, because I'm a person that likes to make other people feel good. And having that vehicle, having that way of like, projecting myself outward really helped me to see people more as people. And so drama definitely made me more extroverted outwardly, but I am an introvert to my core, to be honest. I don't get energy from other people. I have to make my own energy, but I do come off as pretty outgoing. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm extroverted, like, at all, because there's a lot of outgoing introverts. It's more the way that you store make and store your energy to go throughout like your interactions with people. So when you are an introvert, you have to make your own energy, and when you talk to people, it pulls energy out of you. When you're an extrovert, you make energy from being around other people, and when you interact with other people, that gives you more energy. Being by yourself is what expends energy for you. And so being by myself is what allows me to recharge, but I'm not able to recharge. And so I am like constantly exhausted. And so I'm not intimidated by crowds. Oh, intermingling. Yeah, I'm okay in a crowd. I don't like them. They're tired, they're exhausting, but they don't make me panic. They used to when I was younger, but I understand that like these people don't give a shit about me. Like they don't care. They're not trying to pull all of my fucking energy out. They're not trying to do that. They're just existing. But them existing is exhausting the fuck out of me. It is sucking the life out of me. And so I think the people that panic are the people that don't understand that people don't give a shit about you. They really don't care. They're not trying to hurt you. And I think that's where the panic comes from. And so I just extricate myself from a situation that is uncomfortable for me and, keep it pushing. But in my mom not letting me go to the drama school, I never got more into drama because I really liked drama and I really liked acting. And that was the pipeline that I was going towards. Like that was like personally, like me as a fucking 13-year-old, I had decided I want to be an actor, and not like a TV actor, but a theater actor. I was really good at improv. Like I won an award for best improv actor when I was in ninth grade, because we were doing improv in drama class, and I can cry on cue. I'm like, I don't know like how I was able to get so good at it. I mean, it's part of masking for me. And so I know like the mechanism. I know like why it happened, but I don't know exactly how I was able to do it. And so when I'm around other people, I make myself cry because if other people are crying, then you probably should also be crying. That was like my thought as like a little ass kid. So when I was at a funeral, I saw the people crying. I'm like, okay, well, I probably should, follow in suit to seem like a normal human being, because I'm definitely not a normal human being. And so that's how I got good at it, but I don't know exactly how I was able to do it, like to force myself to do it. It's similar to dreaming. Yeah, so my life goal was to be an actor, to be like a theater actor. I wanted to do theater. I wanted to do art. I was like an art kid, but I also am a science kid, and so I had a lot of things that I wanted to do as a kid. And one of the big ones was forensic pathologist. I was really interested in that. I wanted to be like a fucking FBI agent at one point. But then I also really, really, really liked like hard science. But I also am really into art, and I was taking AP art when I was my sophomore year of high school, and the way that the art classes worked, like it was at the same time as drama, and so drawing and painting was like level 2 art, and I hadn't taken that, and so I had to get like a waiver to get an AP art because I could not miss drama. I had to have drama, and those things were happening at the same time. There was a schedule clash, and so I and I don't show y'all my art so often. I actually like draw. I haven't done it in a really long time, but I actually I'll show y'all some. I'm really good at realistic stuff. I'm not good at using my imagination because I'm not good at conjuring images in my head. So you know how people will say like conjuring an apple? Like, do you think of the image of an apple, like the fruit apple, or do you think of the word apple? Like, what do you conjure in your head? What do you think of in your head? And for me, I just think of the word apple, or I might think of something like the taste of it or the smell of it before I can like actually conjure an image. I can't conjure an image, and I think you can like kind of learn to do it, but I've never learned how to do it. Though, what I was talking about before, like forcing myself to cry, I was able to also force myself to be a lucid dreamer. Like when I was 6, because I used to have night terrors real bad, and I would be like crying in my sleep as a kid. And I don't know like who taught me or like who I saw. I had to have seen somebody who said like, you need to do this, because like I don't know how I was able to figure out how to lucid dream just by my fucking self. But that's what I did, because I don't remember anybody teaching me or telling me what lucid dreaming was. I just knew that I could control my dreams, and that like when things start to feel nightmarish, I could just decide I'm going to wake up, or I could decide we're not doing that. We're doing something fun. And I don't know how exactly that happened, but it happened, and it made the night terrors go away. Let's see. Crying on the Amazon is a gift. Yeah, I would suspect so. I think a lot of people think that I mean, it is a gift. But it's not necessarily like, I can't really use it for fucking anything outside of acting and I guess making people feel bad on a whim. If I wanted to do that, what I typically do is, like the first time it happened, in drama class where it was like spontaneous during this improv scene that I was doing, I had an argument with my parents the night before, and the way that like my parents kind of raised me, they were borderline abusive, where you can't express feelings, both negative and positive, and don't cry. Like if you cry, that's it. And so I got real good at not crying, even though like I needed to, like physiologically needed to. And I feel like a lot of people are like that. But I would almost like store that blueprint of like feeling like I need to cry. And I could use it later. And so that's how I would do it, is like that first time it happened spontaneously, I just remembered for a second my parent, like the way I felt when my parents were fucking yelling at me. And I just started crying, like during the scene. And everyone was like, "Oh, that's so like fucking magnificent! Like you're doing such a great job." Like I literally was just, having like this latent response to the trauma of talking to my parents. But over time, I've just learned to just cry. But it's a difficult thing to relearn how to do. Because when you're like a baby, you're allowed to cry whenever the fuck you want. I mean, sometimes. Like some parents are not great, so I won't say all children are able to cry whenever they want, but most of them are. I was a really quiet baby. I can see my face turning red, so I'm kind of hot. Usually I have a fan on to like get the air in here circulating, but I think it'll make me difficult to hear. Oh, bitch, no, I travel a lot. I travel a lot. So my job, I do disaster relief, and wherever there's a disaster, that's where they're sending me. And so I've been to, this is the continental United, well, no, not continental United States. I won't say that. It's the United States and all its territories. So, because like Puerto Rico was hit by Maria, and I was slated to go to Maria or go to do relief for Maria, but I think they sent someone else that could speak more fluent Spanish, but they're still working on Maria now. And so I had 2 times where I was going to be sent out to Puerto Rico. The first time was somebody else could speak more Spanish, and then the second time was COVID, and they're like, we're just not having anybody moving in and out of the continental U.S. And so, yeah, I have been to Florida several times. Let's see where else. Michigan, Illinois, North and South Carolina. Some parts of Georgia. Some parts of Tennessee. I've had like I haven't stayed in Kentucky for like more than like I haven't had a hotel in Kentucky, but I've been to Kentucky. I don't like Kentucky. Where else? I need my spray because my throat is dry. Virginia. I'm from New York, so I, be visiting New York. But yeah, just for my job, I've been to like all the places that I listed. I should have been to Texas at least once, but I haven't managed to get sent to Texas because they had the freeze that one year, and then they also had Harvey, like the same year as Irma and Maria. Harvey was that same year. Was that 2017? Yeah, no, I'm a yapper. Which is funny because, like, I actually am not talkative. But if there's nobody around to talk, then I guess it's my turn. But yeah, when I'm around other people, I tend to be pretty quiet. Unless they're talking about something that I'm very much interested in. But yeah, if you ask me about something, I always have a thought about some shit. Like I could talk. And that's something that I didn't know about myself, is that like I am able to, because I'm really good at segueing from one subject to another, because things are so interconnected. But yeah, I will never run out of things to talk about because the shit is infinite. Like even from minute to minute, like the status of something has changed. So we could double back and come back to that thing that we were talking about earlier because I thought about something else that I wanted to say about it. But yeah, I really like traveling. I would, I think if I, like going back to the perfect world, I think if I was able to live the way that I would like to live, I would be moving every 7 to 10 years. I think I would like to live in different states, different countries. Um, and I don't like staying home. Even though I'm an introvert, I like being by myself. I want to be by myself out in nature. I really like nature a lot. I want to be by myself on a trail or next to a motherfucking waterfall or in a river. I love the fucking water. I love moving water, and I might do like a series on this channel about waterfalls, like chasing waterfalls, because you know they tell us not to go chasing them fucking waterfalls, but I love waterfalls so goddamn much. So I feel like I should make a series about it, just about the different waterfalls that I've seen. I haven't seen very many. I've been to Niagara Falls, but that was when I was like a kid, and so I should go back. And they have a lot more stuff. They have a lot more like activities you can do there. Because when I went to Buffalo last year with my mom, I had I was planning on going, but I didn't have enough time. Had I thought about, oh, there we go. You disconnected for a second. The Wi-Fi's been bad, or the internet's been bad recently. I don't know. Maybe it's the heat. But yeah, I really like traveling, and I think I would have a more nomadic lifestyle if given the chance. I like the concept, and this is more like the not fetishized version of it, but like romanticized version, I guess, of like a love triangle where like you're watching, like when you watch a show and it's like a romanticized fantasy kind of shit, where there's a love triangle and then they all just fall in love with each other. I love that shit, and it never happens, like not in mainstream media, but that's like one of my favorite things fucking ever. And that was like my first thing where I was like, oh well, maybe that's something that like I feel, and I think it is, because I don't really feel like love is something that is like a what is the word I'm trying to say? Like unrenewable resource. Like it's not something that you can, there's like a finite amount of it. You can just love people and that's just how you feel. And I don't know, I just like the thought of everybody just fucking getting along. And yeah. But I'm also like fairly aromantic and extremely asexual. And so I experience relationships a bit different from the status quo. And so it might be more like how a person would have friends, but very fucking close, like closer than you would expect friendship to be, is what I see relationships like. For me, that would be like the perfect relationship to me. Let's see what you're saying. Oh yeah, no, you're just talking about a joke thing. Yeah, my ideal life would be very different from what I'm currently doing. But I don't necessarily think that, what I'm currently doing doesn't preclude me from doing what I wanted to do. Definitely doesn't keep me from doing acting. It's just, it's made it a lot more difficult. It's definitely some roadblocks. And what I'm doing currently also, because it's, not the ideal, it doesn't preclude it from being also fulfilling, also enriching. And so I think my trajectory, while different than what it probably should have been, it is, I mean, it's a trajectory that somebody would like to have, probably. Yeah, I would say, like, and I mean, it's an upward trajectory, definitely. Um, I definitely am in a better place than I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And so that is something to appreciate and reflect upon. But it's not necessarily what I want, where I want to be. But I think a lot of people, they'll see their life and think, like, this isn't where I want to be, so it's shit. And it's not shit, it's just different. And in identifying where it's different and the parts of it that you want to change, instead of just thinking about it as something that should be thrown away entirely, I think in thinking about it multifacetedly and like multidimensionally, um, you can find a way to get to where you want to be. I mean, it makes it a lot easier to map it when you are able to map where you currently are, right? That's how maps work. And so, yeah, it's really difficult to figure out where you're trying to get to if you don't know where you are, is what I'm trying to say. And I think we should appreciate the life that we have, regardless of the choices that we made to be here, regardless of how you feel about it. I think you should appreciate it regardless. And in appreciating it, you can give yourself the motivation, the energy, the wherewithal to push yourself further, push yourself elsewhere, to higher heights. But yeah, I think in my life now, I think something that I've gained that is incredibly important is humanity, because I grew up kind of estranged from my humanity and just really disliking people, like the panic you were talking about earlier. People would make me feel really motherfucking bad. Being around people just made me feel shitty. And so I would avoid them at all costs and saw them as almost like ants. But then I also saw myself as, because I'm also a person, so I'm also a piece of shit. And so in doing the job that I'm doing now, doing the disaster relief, that's really allowed me to see people as people, and vis-a-vis seeing people as people, I see myself as more of a person. And so it's allowed me to kind of appreciate and, I won't say love myself. I'm not quite there yet, but I've made a space in which love could live for myself. And I think that's really fucking important to do. Yeah. Because like I was really scared about having to go to these people's houses who have been through a hurricane or a tornado or like flooding and like their fucking kid died. Like I run into that kind of shit like all the time in my job. And these people are crying. It's the worst time of their lives. They're worried about money. They're worried about having a roof over their head. They're worried about food. And it's scary to know that somebody's going through shit like that and you have to talk to them about bullshit. Like, okay, what do you have in this room that you lost? Like, it feels kind of frivolous. But these are things that are important to them. Like, this is their lives. And so we're trying to build their lives back. Give them, like, you know, the peace of mind to know, like, this isn't it. And it's helped me tremendously to kind of dive headfirst into being empathetic, because I'm not a person who is really capable of emotional empathy. But in that, I don't think that keeps me from being compassionate, because I try very, very fucking hard to exercise cognitive empathy, like where I know that this person is in a situation that I'd rather not be in because it sounds like it sucks. I think anybody could do that. And I use that and build upon it to kind of have a system of cognitive empathy. And I don't know if it works like a flow chart necessarily, but it's definitely like a system rather than just, a trigger and then a response. It's definitely a series of things working in tandem to kind of express to other people that they are not alone and that I'm here to help and you are being heard, which is, I don't know, it's really important to me. And I didn't realize that I cared about that kind of stuff until I started doing this job. And so while the trajectory of my life has changed, something that I didn't necessarily want, it doesn't mean that I didn't benefit from it, that I didn't find it enriching in several ways. But I think that's the most enriching part of my life as it is now, is that I care. Yeah. And I'm gonna see what time it is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. Everybody's gone, so I think that's appropriate. But I do appreciate you guys joining me for this soak because it is 3 minutes to 5, and so I'm gonna start dinner. And yeah, thanks again, and I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday and a marvelous weekend. Hope you get shit done, and I hope you relax, which is like also shit that you could be getting done. Like, just because you're not doing anything doesn't mean you're not doing anything. But yeah, this is